Hi there, this is Dr. Evan Osar with the Institute for Integrative Health and Fitness Education. Welcome to this edition of Integrative Movement Insider. And in part one of this two-part series, today's part two, we're discussing using the glutes or getting your clients to better activate their glutes. Because there's so many of your clients, especially your older clients, your actively aging population, that struggle with mobility issues. So maybe they have discomfort in their hip, maybe they have stability issues. They can't stand very well on single leg stance, and they don't walk well. Because what we see in a lot of our clients is when they're walking, especially our older clients, they're walking and they're not able to transfer their weight over top their base of support or their foot. So what happens is they're not able to stabilize that position. So what they do is they tend to weeble wobble. So they side bend side to side. And then we send them to rehab, or they go to rehab. And what happens is they start doing exercises like those glute bridges, and they start to do those leg abductions and clamshells to strengthen their weak glutes. But when they come back, they actually don't work or walk much better than they did before when they went to rehab. In fact, if you watch them after they do some of these exercises, they actually will wobble more because it's not training the glutes the way that glutes are designed to walk, or work, I should say, in balance and or walking. One of the reasons that I partnered up with my friend and colleague Diane Bailey of Open the Door to Tai Chi, we have a course coming up in 5 weeks from now at her studio out in Denver, Colorado. Can't wait to be out there with her and share with you if you would like to join us for that, is to demonstrate a very systematic process for first assessing to see if your clients actually have weak glutes or what their stability strategy actually looks like. I demonstrated a very simple assessment in part one of this series, so if you missed that, you can go back and check that out. And then how to use your corrective exercise strategy to help create more optimal and efficient habits so that your client has better ability to activate and use their glutes. Today, I want to demonstrate how you progress that into a more functional pattern, upright pattern, for improving balance so your clients are more stable, and for walking. And this will transfer directly into what Diane will teach you in day 2 of our 2-day course and how to integrate this into Tai Chi. So let me back up for a moment. One of the biggest things to get your clients to better use whatever muscle group they're trying to use, whether it be serratus for the shoulder, whether they're trying to use their core for just overall core stability. It's about how your client sets themselves up. So if you watch in our videos, if you've been following us for any length of time, again, thank you for being here. If you're new to us, thank you for joining us as well. One of the things that we stress all the time is the setup position. So there's 3 key areas you want to set your client up to better activate their glutes, better improve stability, and overall walking. First thing is to get the base of support on the ground. So that's your foot tripod. So we set up making sure that the individual gets their big toe, their small toe, and their heel down upon the floor, and they're stable upon their foot tripod. Their toes should be long, their foot should be relatively spread out on that tripod. Next, we create that long spine as if they're being pulled up from the backside of their head and neck, not from their chest, because that disconnects their core, and now they can't use their core muscles properly. They overcompress their low back, and they won't be able to use their glute complex or balance as well. So it's long from the backside of the head and neck, and long from the rib cage, so the ribs stay angled down towards the pelvis. The third thing is to create that optimal hip hinge. The hip hinge is key to loading that posterior chain, the glutes, external hip rotators, as well as the hamstrings. So here's what happens. So long spine, get the foot tripod set, and now it's breathing in and then breathing out and hip hinge. And we demonstrated that in video number 1. Now we want to integrate that into a functional pattern to improve stability. So I'm going to turn around, face away from the camera. So long spine, stack that rib cage, get the foot tripod set on the ground. We're going to do our hip hinge, and now from here, we're preloading the glutes and that posterior chain. The pelvis should stay level, the spine should stay long. I'm going to transfer over onto my left foot, and in Tai Chi, Diane refers to this as substantial, so I'm shifting over to my support leg, taking the weight off my right leg, and now if you notice, there's no change in my head, neck, thoracolpelvic cylinder, or my lower extremity. Hip, knee, ankle, and foot are set up upon the foot tripod, and now I shift back off. I'm going to do the same thing. So long spine, stack, hinge, shift, lift the foot, stay stable, no change, come back. So again, long spine, stack, hinge, foot tripod, shift, control, hold that, and then relax. And then you repeat on your other side. Now, how does this transfer to walking? Well, now you have your client take a step forward, maintaining the same exact components. So again, we're gonna set up long spine, stack that thoracolpelvic cylinder, hands upon the pelvis, start out in a hip hinge position. So a small hip hinge. I'm going to have my client take a step, transfer the weight to that single leg. They should already feel like they're in that slight hip hinge position. So from here, now we start to shift the weight onto that forward leg, and now start to come up into the upright position and hold and own that position. So from here, keep that long spine, keep aligned, and now shift to the opposite side, and we can take a little bit of a wider stance initially, put the foot tripod down, create that little bit of a hip hinge to preload the glute, stay long, shift the weight over to that side, and now come up to single leg stance. So now we're teaching the individual how to use and take that hip hinge to better activate the glutes, to better align that thoracolpelvic cylinder, to keep the foot tripod, and transfer weight, because that's walking. Walking is simply long spine, stacking the thoracolpelvic cylinder, stepping, transferring weight onto that side, then transferring weight to the opposite side, so that way the eyes and head stay looking straight forward, and then we're rotating around that forward leg of support. So this is a great transition to use with your clients to help them own that position, to use their glutes appropriately, to create that sense of weight transfer, which is really what balance and dynamic balance and walking is all about. And that's ultimately what Diane's going to share with you in day 2 of the course, is how to take this information, how to use your assessments, your corrective exercises, your alignment, your breathing, your control that you set up for your corrective exercises, and integrate that into Tai Chi. So you get 2 days of information, how to use assessments, how to use corrective exercises, how to transfer that into balance, posture, walking, and then take that into Tai Chi. So that way now you have a system to put that into, to teach your clients, and really to attract more individuals, because Tai Chi is such a popular topic right now. And it's a hot topic because there's tons of research to show the benefits of Tai Chi for cognitive health, for balance, for more awareness, for overall stability, posture, and movement in the body. So Diane and I have a 2-day course. Again, you can register or learn more about the course in the link below this video. We only have 5 spots available because the studio space will only hold 15 people. We already have 10 signed up. We have a space for 5 more individuals, and we want to keep this class small so you get the hands-on attention, so you leave this 2-day workshop with understanding and being able to implement this into the programs that you're already using and attract more individuals that are looking for these programs, because the easiest way to sell your services and work with the older population is to run a class on balance or Tai Chi, or combination of Tai Chi and then working the resistance training that you know is so beneficial for them as well. So hope you enjoyed this information. I hope it makes sense. I hope this 2-part series showed you that it's really not about glute weakness. It's about creating a more optimal strategy so your client can optimally use their glutes and use their glutes as a part of an overall strategy. So thank you so much for watching. If you want more information, make sure you look at the link below in this video, and we look forward to seeing you in Denver. Make it a great day, and we'll see you next time here at Integrative Movement Insider. Take care.